I think one unique thing about me is the fact that I can take the fact that I'm very driven and push that towards my own personal growth as well as helping out my community.
One unique thing about me, I feel, is my drive for new changes or new experiences, because even with the Seeker program, it was brand new because we were the first class, and it was something that was brand new out of high school I didn't know. So going into it, knowing nothing and having no expectation for it was kind of a big risk, but it turned out good.
Well, there's a lot of immigrants in the United States, and I'm one of them. And I feel like it makes me unique because I struggled in the beginning when I moved here because I left my family and friends behind, and I struggled to make friends because I was different, and I didn't really understand the culture here yet. But I feel like that it helped me because now I can adapt to a lot of situations.
Unique thing about myself, I would say, is my work ethic. I get an agenda set, and I just try my best to fulfill those achievements, or until basically I focus on one thing and then go on to the next. I don't try to bring everything on me at once. I'd say that would be my best unique thing about me.
One unique thing about myself is that people naturally see me as a leader, typically. They say I walk with a certain presence that people notice and follow.
One unique thing about myself is that my motivation stems from my parents coming from the Philippines and immigrating here, and what pushes me is that knowing that they sacrificed a lot, like seeing their families and their friends, just so my brother and I can have a better future.
I'd say the most unique thing about myself is that I'm a 3-sport athlete, so that has taught me to manage my time properly while taking these college classes through SECA.
I'm half deaf. I am currently a SECA senior, and I am, one unique thing about myself. I play volleyball.
One unique thing is that I play golf, and I'm going to be going to ARC, and I'm committed to play golf for them as of now.
I did Muay Thai for like 8 years.
My SEEK experience has been kind of trial and error. Has had its ups and downs, but in the long run, in my second semester, my senior year, I feel honestly like all of it paid off. I think everything that I did was worth it.
My SEEK experience has always been kind of a trial and error. Like I said, we were the first class, so it was like there are a lot of benefits and there were some faults too. It was a big learning experience, learning how to deal with the college environment, learning how to deal with others that you see, every day, growing with my fellow peers, because we were all sort of in the same program constantly. So it was pretty good.
Well, my SEEK experience, it's been filled with a lot of stuff because I've been trying to push myself to do more sports, get better grades. Like freshman year, I was on the wrestling team, volleyball team, track team, and I still was able to maintain a 3.9 GPA. And I feel like I pushed myself the hardest in wrestling because it was hard to balance having to be at school from 8 to 8 and then still come home and do work, but it still worked out. And I feel like my SEEK experience has just been filled with a lot of diversity and a lot of just pushing myself.
My SEEK experience, I kept an open mind through the whole thing. I was very flexible, and it was full of opportunity. I came in and passed the placements and got into college for the junior year, and I took those classes, passed those, and I just say I feel like I've succeeded well in this program, and I'm very thankful for this program. And yeah, I would definitely advise to make sure you get into those placement exams for those classes.
The SECA experience, I would say I've learned a lot about participating in college classes and that they're very different from high school classes, and that it takes a certain level of maturity and being knowledgeable and wise enough to know how to handle yourself.
My SEEK experience was not your typical high school experience. I had to balance a lot of things. I had to balance sports, clubs, and of course classes at ARC. And so because of that, I kind of had to learn better or efficient time management.
My SICA experience has been a great experience. It's prepared me for college and beyond college.
I would describe my SICA experience as growing a lot, both academically and just becoming more responsible.
Starting from my 8th grade, we had someone talk to us about SICA and what it is. And so going in, I didn't know what to expect, but hearing that we would have the opportunity to take college classes, I was ecstatic. And we started out with a small group. We got to know everyone, and throughout the years, I got to see everyone progress and change, and we kind of became like a family. And so now as a senior, we've come so far, and I'm blessed that I was in this program, and I've had all these opportunities. And me personally, I feel like I'm ready to go beyond the walls of high school, and I'm ready to see and experience college.
My SICA experience is pretty amazing, actually. No one really gets the chance in high school to go to college for free with all the books, so I think that's pretty awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. I stayed with like a lot of my friends from middle school, so I think that's been really fun. Yeah.
I think what I liked most about my 4 years in SICA is the fact that I had this relationship with all these students in my class from freshman year on to senior year. So the kids like I remember being 15 with in my first AVID class, now we're getting into college and figuring out our steps afterwards after having so much time together, taking classes together and so forth.
I like the fact that we're able to take college classes because like I can be like, yeah, I'm in college and stuff like that. And I feel like it helps me prepare for moving away from my family and having to deal with school on my own. And like with my high school classes as well, it's also a balancing act. And I feel like having all that and work and all that stuff that I have to do will help me later on when I move away and have to do all that on my own.
What I liked most about it was just the, I guess the difference that we had compared to like other high school students. So like we were able to take these classes and get out, before 7th period, and we had that opportunity to basically be more mature decisions. So like it opened up my schedule more. After taking college classes, I can go back to school and work on other things for my other classes, take clubs, go to work earlier. Just opened my schedule up so much, and I'm just thankful for that.
One thing I like most about SICA is the actual college classes. I find them to be very, they push me, but in a way that I can handle and actually see myself succeed.
Well, apart from our ability to take classes at ARC, I'd have to say that it's the support system that we have from our peers and our teachers.
The opportunity to take these classes at American River College to prepare me for the real world and what it has to offer.
I like being able to have free college classes, but also being able to expand my knowledge.
I especially loved the fact that we got to take college classes. It was a whole new experience, and a lot of people are surprised and they haven't heard about our program, and so I'm always excited to tell them about our program, and just the whole fact that we are treated as equals to the other college students, and they don't hold us to a different standard. We're all equal, and they all treat us like everyone else would.
I think my favorite thing is just this experience entirely, getting to actually sit in a college class and get to be there with students I already know in high school.
I really like I guess AVID is really fun. It's like a good class, and it just like helps me with like everything. And yeah, it's just a fun class because like everyone that's in SICA has AVID, so yeah.
Coming as a freshman, I didn't really have an idea of what I expected SICA to be. I kind of just was like, oh wow, maybe I get to take this college class. Like it was totally new to me because high school was new to me. And being able to have, like I said, these same students from freshman on, like having all these same students in my classes, I was able to build relationships and I was a lot more comfortable coming into high school with friends.
I didn't really have any expectations for Sika yet. It was brand new and I didn't want to set myself up for expectations, you know, because I wanted to be able to experience it with a fresh pair of eyes. So I didn't want to have any high expectations and be disappointed or low expectations. You know, I just wanted to go in, you know, open-minded.
I was expecting Sika to be like my charter school because I went to a charter school and we always had a project week by week. But like with Sika, it's more, because there it was just like project. It wasn't really like learning. Well, it kind of was, but like with Sika, I feel like it's really learning based, and like I feel like with the classes, it has helped me delve into deeper subjects. Like with history, I learned a lot more about American history than I was expecting. And like I wasn't expecting the college classes to be so in-depth. I thought they would just like throw facts at me, but I've learned a lot and I've really enjoyed that.
Coming in as a freshman, I knew Sika was a new program and that it wasn't going to be perfect and that it's going to be changing throughout the time I'm there. So I just kept an open mind and the flexibility. So when I came in, I didn't know exactly how it would be, but I just knew that if I changed with the program, that it would set an example for others coming into the program.
I was expecting Sika to be something that I would very much struggle with, and something that I would have to take all of my effort to put together. But with the help of my friends and the help of my teachers, I was very much able to succeed and push myself.
Coming in as a freshman, I was expecting Sika to be, well, I didn't know what I was expecting because it was a new program. And so I was just coming in with high hopes that I would reach its goal of taking classes at ARC.
To be honest, I didn't have much knowledge of Sika coming as a freshman, but looking back on it, I'm amazed that I made the decision.
An opportunity for me to grow and get a better education.
I actually didn't know what to expect from Sika, other than we'll take college classes. So I expected the rigor and for everyone to challenge us, and I kind of expected it to be a small group of students and that we'd be challenged every single day and we'd have to expect new things and new possibilities.
I was expecting Sika to be a challenge, which it was, but it was also a learning experience, and it was so inspiring, and I'm just really lucky to have had it.
Scary. I heard that I was like going to take college classes like in high school, so I was like pretty like, you know, terrified by it because I really didn't like, I mean, I didn't have like high expectations for myself. So I was like pretty like, so yeah.
As a graduating Sika senior, I would advise incoming freshmen to basically take advantage of your opportunities early on. Take advantage of your teacher relationships, the teachers that are there for you, as well as take advantage of the study help, the study sessions, the TRFs. Take advantage of it so that as soon as college classes get there, you're good at it, you're good. There's no like, oh, I flunked out of it. You're doing good at it from the start.
Build your teacher relationships. Teacher relationships are so strong, and I think a lot of students, you know, take that for granted. But teachers are there ultimately to support you. Yeah, they may nag and stuff, but it's for your future. So a lot of the teachers that I know, I'm still friends with now, and I haven't had a class with them since my sophomore, freshman year. And it's always good to know that you have that support of someone who could help you, who has somewhat of authority here.
Don't procrastinate, work, balance, sleep a lot. Like, take all the time you can to sleep and just have as much fun as you can because high school is almost over and I didn't think it was going to go this fast.
I would advise you to focus on the placement exams because those are obviously the most important thing to get into the college classes. And know that if you do place into the college classes, just keep a mature mindset because it's a different environment than intercom, and you are with adults and you're going to be treated as one. And if you just keep a mature mindset and know what type of environment you're in, you'll succeed well.
I would advise any incoming Seeker freshmen to use all the assets and people that you can to enable yourself to succeed so you can do well, because I've done it so they can do it.
I would advise any incoming freshman to take the placement test seriously, because for the first year, obviously we only had 8 students who were able to take the English and the history classes, and so yeah, to up those numbers and to take it seriously.
Start preparing for the ARC exam right away.
Definitely pay attention in your English classes when taking for the ARC assessment, and just try your best on that ARC assessment too.
Take everything seriously, and it's a grand opportunity, and take advantage of it. So every little thing counts. So join the clubs and participate in whatever, and if you have the opportunity to take the college classes, go for it.
To not get blindsided by things that can challenge you in high school, like having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like, really try to stay focused on what you're in school and what you're trying to do.
I'm really looking forward to moving on with the college classes. I'm excited for psychology because I've always wanted to delve deeper into why people do things and how the brain works. And I wanted to take psychology in my high school, but my dad really wanted me to take anatomy. So I feel like now it's going to be both, where I can take anatomy and I can also take psychology.
I'm looking forward to more classes, like college classes, because like now that I actually did like have my first semester, like I feel really confident because I did really well in both classes. So I'm looking forward to seeing like just how well I can do.
If I could change anything in SECA, I think that I would give students in their freshman and sophomore year the opportunity to take AP classes if possible, just because I would have liked to see a weighted GPA early on. I think I would add, on my part as well as others, I would have added a little bit more fundraising on behalf of the student association as well as parent boosters, just so that the more money we had, the more leniency we had with going on trips and that kind of thing, we could open up the experience just a little bit more.
I would say more support from outside sources, so like administration or parents and stuff like that, for specifically like funding. Making sure that SECA is well known and promoted, and that we're just as important as any other program at high school. More student bonding. I feel like a lot of the times, we're focused on college, future, career, this and that, but I feel like students need a time to have relaxation, and sometimes they can't get that at home because there's more responsibilities there. So I feel like SECA could incorporate, some type of trip or something for each class or for all classes where they can just enjoy, their time.
Start the college classes sophomore year and not junior year, because I feel like I would have been able to get a lot more out of the experience instead of just 2 years, because junior year I was getting used to it, and then I could have gotten used to it sophomore year and then just rolled with it the next 2 years. Add more schools, because I feel like more people want to join, but they don't really have the opportunity to. And I feel like, and then being able to have more students in SECA, and then having people who work for it in it rather than people who are just there and then just have it all 4 years. People who actually want to be in the program but can't be are struggling with that. And I feel like if each year you had to like keep going, keep your grades up, and then to keep your place and not just have it given to you, I feel like it'd be a lot better. And then all those other people won't feel as left out from the opportunity they feel they deserve.
I would change the involvement from outside sources. So like, I feel like there needed more help with counselors, teachers, anyone like that who just helps us advise more on what classes we should be taking and our strengths, because that's the one thing I felt like I was kind of on my own for a little bit. Yeah. I would add the, I would basically add more classes to take at Intercom, like AP classes, because, you know, even if you don't place into college exams, like, I didn't place into the math, but I was still able to take AP Calculus, and I ended up benefiting from that because it's an AP course, and now I'm taking stats, so it's like, just add those other options, even though if you don't place into the college class.
If I could change something in SECA, I would enable others and myself to take more college classes because I find them to be really fun. If I could add something, I would add probably more college trips.
I would change involvement between the students and administration, because I know that we've only had like a couple of like meetings with the students, and there weren't like many like successful like fundraisers. If I could add something, it would be opportunities within the program for like tutoring, I guess, for the classes that we have here at AR, because I know that a lot of students struggle with like poli-sci and anthropology.
More support from outside sources. More preparation for the American River College exam.
I would change how many classes we can take, because I'd love to take more over here. But other than that, I think more research on colleges in the beginning years of SECA.
I would change the fact that, well, for us, our experience, we had little time to prepare for our entrance or placement test. So I would try to warn them a little beforehand so we know what to study and what to look forward to, as well as we didn't know which college classes were available to us other than the ones that were part of the core group. So I would let other students know what's available to them, such as like art classes or additional science classes that they can take so they're not feeling left out. I would add probably like an additional preparatory class. So I took the WAC, or the Writing Across the Curriculum, which was really beneficial towards me because I didn't have AVID. So I think it should not be a requirement, but it should be like a suggestion for students who don't have a college class and would like to, you know, still get the experience.
I think one thing I would change would be that we would know our options, because for an example, I didn't know I could take art, you know, extracurriculars inside ARC. So I think that would be cool that if we had a heads up on stuff like that. One thing I would add definitely would be that we would have like get-togethers for everyone so we could bond more and get to know each other more and create an even stronger friendship and bond.
I think like maybe freshman year there could be like more like involvement with ARC and everything, because freshman year I was like kind of still like pretty lost on the whole like SECA thing, so yeah. I think just more involvement at earlier grades.
As I go forward in my pursuit for higher education, I think the fact that I'm college proven, not college ready, gives me a sense of confidence. In the sense that the confidence that you feel from getting into a college, I have this confidence that not only am I getting into school, I'm confident that I'm going to get there and succeed. I'm going to get there and I'm not going to be worried about like passing my classes. I'm going to get there, and what I'm going to be worried about is the other opportunities that I'll have, like internships, clubs, other kinds of things that I can do just besides my classes, because I know I can take on a college class. Now my next step is, what can I take on beyond my college classes?
This is such a big statement to me. I used it in all my college applications. To me, being college ready is easy, anyone can do it, but proving that you're ready for college, proving that you're able to handle the curriculum, the rigorous, activities, being able to talk to professors, deal with education on a higher level is something that not everybody can do. So being able to do that, being able to prove that I already can handle the atmosphere of college is amazing, especially as a high school student, because it gives me a leg up in applications. I can prove to myself and to others that, I am an adult. I can take on responsibilities. I know what I want for my future, and I'll do whatever I need to go get it.
Being college proven means that we can be put in that environment and still succeed, because we have another program at our school called IB, because you're taking tests, AP tests to get college credits, but you're not proving that you're ready to be in that environment. But with us, we're ready to be in that environment. We know how to behave, we know how to do our work, we know how to get good grades along with the college students, which proves that even though we're in high school, we can be at the same level as those people.
So he's basically saying that we are proven that we can succeed in the environment of college, and that that doesn't mean just academically, that just means through our own determination, we are able to go through a different environment and adjust ourselves under the college environment. And so we're not only ready, but we're proven, because we know how college classes will feel and we know how to succeed in those classes.
What that means to me is that when I'm actually a college freshman and I step onto a college campus for my first time, besides this one, I'll be prepared, and I've shown beforehand that I am ready and prepared to work hard and give it everything I have to succeed and have a better future.
Because of Sika and Avid, I'm already leaving high school with the ability to manage my time, take good notes, and I guess not fall asleep in class, because it's important to listen to lecture. But what that means to me is that I know that I can go through college, get my degree, but what I have to worry about is that what's going to come after college.
To me, it means that we've proved that we can be successful in the college environment. So whenever we do get to college, we'll be ready, and we won't have to worry about passing our classes, because we know we will. We'll be worried more about getting internships and whatnot and preparing ourselves.
When I go on to getting my degree in registered nursing, I'll know the specifics of how to behave in a college class and what's going to be required of me, and the stuff that goes into the academics of the college class.
Because I was given the opportunity to take these college classes, I know what to expect going into my next endeavors, such as a four-year college or going out and pursuing a job. So Sika helped me become college proven, and for me personally, I want to go to a four-year. So I know what to expect, how to act, and I know how to be mature in a setting and just everything like that.
That means to me that even when I doubt myself, I know I can achieve more. That I don't need to be worried, because I know inside of me that I have something that can keep me going.
So college proven, I think I'm college proven because, I got A's in both classes last semester, so I was pretty stoked about that. And as I move forward, I think that tells me that I know I can do this, that I can do this, and yeah.